begging a motherfucker to make their rules benefit us. You know what that is? Being your head against the wall, like me coming to the pine every day working, trying to make my mama be fair. To benefit me too. And then that's a career. Give a fuck about opening the business. Give a fuck about name on everything. I'm walking in another person's situation saying, hey man, why don't you be fair? They have the option if it's theirs to be fair or not. So the reason we still the way we is in this society because these folk have an option. When you march and ask a motherfucker to be fair, that is an option. You're not demanding that I treat you right. You're not demanding your rights. You're asking. So if you ask me a question, I get to respond how I want. If I ask you not to slap me right now, Cole, that leaves you the choice whether you want to try to slap me or not. But if I tell you, motherfucker, you better not put your hands on me, or I'm going to demolish your ass, your thought process different. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Your thought process different. If I just say, man, please don't slap me, just the low down is that you might slap me just to see what I do. Because I'm asking you. I'm asking you. If I go over your house and walk up in your house, and I say, this is my house now, and your dumb ass still on the porch and say, man, will you please give me my house back? You think you gonna get it back? And that's how you ask it? Like you stand on that porch and say, nigga, if you don't come up out my shit, I will destroy you. See, that's what we ain't doing in this society. And niggas is
standing up for ourselves.
No, how can a person not stand on your back with you laying down? If I lay down on the ground right now, you stand on my back, the only way to knock you off is to stand up. Long as I'm laying down, you can always balance yourself on my back. But if I get up off that goddamn ground, it's automatic that you fall because you ain't got nothing to stand on. You see what I'm saying? Niggas ain't standing up, man. This is a society of motherfuckers. And like I say, it's partially because we don't want out of this. A lot of us don't want to go back to our culture. Most of us love this shit, man. They love these white folk, the car, the clothes, the video, the everything. We love this shit. A lot of niggas just want to be in a better position in this bullshit ass society. I'm not with this society. Whether I'm at the top or the bottom of it, I don't care for this society. See, most niggas just, if you give them a lot of money, they cool. Because they better than the other broke niggas. When you hear niggas talk about reparation, you don't hear niggas talk about land. Because they ain't thinking about their grandkids. They talking about money. Give us amount of money right now. I don't want no motherfucking money. Because I can spend the money in my lifetime. The reason they got it because they took the land back then. The value never diminishes. I can run through $100,000 in a month.
Right.
I can't run through 10 acres.
Right. You right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
It's just a different. Our mind frame gotta change, man. Niggas want to be part of this shit. Niggas just want to be the bosses and ball. Everybody hollering they a ball. Everybody want to sell you a class LLC. Niggas sell you the way to get in debt without giving you the remedy to get out of debt. Who the fuck care we all got 800 credit scores if we gonna be in debt and ain't got a way to get out of it? With real law, you're able to discharge. You don't pay bills. You don't pay off debt. You can only discharge debt. You can't pay a debt off. You can discharge it. This real law. But we working every day trying to pay the light bill. It's folk that sign their light bill the right way and mail it back to them.
No.
Bro, you gotta understand your light bill is a stove. If you ever look at it, look just like a check. Look at how your bill, they don't have no negative, meaning you owe me $233. That motherfucker say $233. Anytime you're negative, when they see your goddamn doctor bill, that bitch say minus $45 loan. Because that's what you owe them. So what we got to do, this is not our society. We living in a society that made up rules and put blankets on the rules and hid them. And until you figure it out, you'll always run this Ferris wheel. So it's people that live and die never knowing the truth. They live this whole existence fighting to live in this plane. This your shit. You weren't no slave. You was a prisoner of war. Slavery a myth. You can call it a slave if you want. That's not what it was. You was on some land. Some people came over here, took your shit, you was a POW. You was a prisoner of war. To this day, under law, we are prisoners of war. We are prisoners in our own land. They lost a couple of times, but when they won, they changed the whole shit up. Don't think they won that they came over here and automatically made slaves now. Don't never believe that bullshit. That ain't how they happened. Them bitches lost a few times. The Civil War wasn't them winning against them. That Civil War with us. Look up the Gullah Geechee Wars. Look up the Seminole Wars. These bitches got their ass whooped plenty of time. But they won. And they captured us. Did they bring slaves from Africa? Yeah. But everybody else was already over here. You talking like maybe 10% of the people that was in what you would call slavery that was brought over on a ship. Everybody was already here. Cause first thing you gotta ask yourself, how you get millions and millions of people through all of that goddamn water?
Some of them died off, they threw overboard.
Yeah, cause they didn't bring them. That's why. That shit didn't really happen. That's why, cuz. That shit ain't happening, cuz. How come you can motherfucking go find a piece of anything? You can find a goddamn piece of meteorite that hit 800 years ago, but you can't find a piece of wood off a slave ship. Like on some real shit, cuz. On some real, these motherfuckers diving and finding Titanics. They finding ships with shipwrecked gold. They finding ships that was sunk during Spanish wars. But you ain't found one of them that's called code we were here, man. They had to sell you that shit like you came from somewhere else so you don't never take your own shit back. The word slave comes from the word Slavic. That's where it originated from, Slavic. That's a people, call that white people. Them with the slave. Nigga, we lost. And what we did was allow them motherfuckers, we really didn't lose, we were just too friendly. Same thing happened in Egypt, happened in Africa. Our people always will talk to love and to bring, we had harmony with the earth. So if I plant an apple tree, when they produce apple, they wasn't my apple, they were for everybody. Mm-hmm. When they came over here and seen us like that, they monetized the shit. They were like, man, these motherfuckers making clothes and giving it to this motherfucker, growing peas and giving it to this. It was a monetize. Think about it. I'm going to give you something so simple to think about. How do a motherfucker charge you for something that was here before they were here? Think about that. The water, the land, all this, the fruit that grow in the ground, all this shit been since the beginning of time. Somebody seen a monetary value in it. So this is my land. Oh yeah, so that make them apples mine, them potatoes mine. Now I can sell it to you. Okay, but I was on the land first, so why it ain't mine? You see what I'm saying? Because I took it from your ass and sold you a slavery story. I sold you some shit that made you think you originated out of Africa, which you originate everything, every life form, but you got to understand all this was connected back then before the split, before the landmass split. Iraq, all of that shit is Africa. Ain't no Middle East. What the fuck is you talking about the middle of, cuz? The middle of what? All of that was Africa back then. When you looking in the Bible, when you talk about Iraq, bro, then was the places you talking in the Bible. So first and foremost, you wasn't no savage, cuz we were so close to God, man. Our people, we just disconnected from the source. We understood back then, though. Then they made you think all of your shit was evil. See, we cured shit. They called it voodoo, or called it black magic, cause we knew the herbs and shit to take and the shit to burn around you, and so they call it black magic. Made you think it was evil. But they ain't never cured it. They whole like they were. No, because there's money in y'all bitches being sick, not cured. How can I make money for a cure? Why you think they done billions and billions in AIDS research and cancer research, and they've been doing this in the beginning of time, and they never found no cure? Ain't no money in the cure, cause that's a way for people to steal billions and billions of dollars. Nobody's looking for a cure to shit. Why would I look for a cure to something when I can make trillions of dollars by having you sick off of it? COVID, Dr. Fauci them, gain of function. These folks are creating. It's not a disease. All this shit created, cuz. AIDS created, but what they do is seal it for 35 years. And in 35 years, when you unseal it, now you find out that we created AIDS in the lab and sent it to Africa. Africa tried to get payment for that after we admitted it, after it was uncovered. Ain't gonna give them shit. These folks told you COVID came from a bat out of China. Shit came from two places right here in the States. That they were working on the shit. That it wouldn't fuck with humans at first. They made it be able to fuck with humans. Folks trying to sue them right now. We just got to stop being fed what a person wants us to know. It's the reason you turn on the news and every news cycle say the same exact thing. It's a reason, cause somebody control that shit. It's a reason when a black male, 6'3", all black, did such and such, shot somebody. But a white boy can go shoot up a whole school and you hear armed assailant. They ain't gonna tell you that a white boy. That's to paint the picture of. Think about this, the more evil, low down, as dirtiest motherfucker ever bred on the planet. Got everybody else thinking, they got us thinking that them folk terrorists, they got them thinking all black folk crooks. Ain't nobody that raped, murdered, killed, stole. Hey, the Bible said the devil gonna steal, kill, and destroy. Ain't nobody did more than that than them people. But somehow they got you thinking your worst enemy is another black man. Or your worst enemy is a brown man because he hates you because of jihad. But he's stomping on your ass every day of your life. Stomped on your grandma, your great grandma, and gonna stomp on your goddamn children and your grandchildren because ain't nobody gonna change it. But somehow he the only motherfucker ain't looked at like you've never heard the news paint a white man as evil. Because he controlling you. Them bitches can shoot up a Dylan Roof went up in their church and killed 9 people. The first officer they got to him was a black man, hood, and they took the motherfucker to Burger King. This nigga just murdered 9 motherfucking people, bro. Nobody drew a gun on him and blow their brains out. When they pulled the car over, they talked to the boy guy. I watched it. The black man put his arm around the motherfucker. And they stopped the motherfucker at Burger King on the way to the jail. You can hit a goddamn dog and not go to Burger King. And they gonna take your ass to jail paying Burger King, nigga. They let you know, nigga, we're not even him. These folks was in church praying, nigga.